What's up guys, I'm Justin Melson. I create all the content on the Happy Fox Productions YouTube channel, and today I got a couple questions for you guys. Actually, I don't have questions for you guys. I have answers for you guys that you guys gave me. I have answers to the questions that you guys gave me. So let's jump into it right now. So Rabbit Heart asks, what tips would you give to jumpstart freelance work? What methods do you find helps get the most clients or people interested in your work? Show reels, YouTube, advertising. Well, good question, Rabbit Heart, and for that I would say it's definitely almost all in your networking, your connections, and your show reel. You can go to the most prestigious film school, but if you haven't made anything from that or made anything that's good, no one's gonna hire you. You know, different industries is different. If you want to be in engineering or anything, yeah, you can go to school and you can learn, and depending on what kind of school, what kind of knowledge you have, then people will hire you based on that. But if you're doing film, because film is a very broad industry, because there's a bunch of different industries within the film industry. If you want to be an audio technician, you want to be an editor, a cinematographer, a director, you have to have a bunch of different skills in the industry, especially like in visual effects. There's compositors, animators, all that kind of stuff. So you'd have to really specialize in what you'd want to do. And let's say if you are trying to create a show reel for your cinematography, or let's say you just want to be an all-around filmmaker for people's events like weddings, birthday parties, and music videos, then I would say you'd have to have a really good show reel. And if you don't have one yet, ask friends, ask local businesses to do stuff for free to build up a show reel, because that's honestly what people want to see. Things can look good on paper, but if it doesn't show in your work, then it means nothing. You can have an entire resume of things that you've done, but if you don't have any video to show for it, then it doesn't mean anything. For me, for example, I have a pretty okay resume. I've filmed different mayors in Las Vegas. I've filmed interviews and celebrities and people like that. But on paper, it just says, oh, he filmed this person, he filmed the mayor of this city or whatever. But if they actually see the video of it, like, oh, this guy has a video of this and it looks really good, let's hire him so he can create something better or similar to what he did in that video. So really, it's just your show reel. You have to have something that's cool, something that catches people within the first 15 seconds or even shorter now, because people's attention spans are getting really short. So my answer for that question is have a really good show reel. And if you do not have a show reel, make a good show reel. And on top of all that, have good connections and have good networking skills also, because that's what this industry strives on. Willow Driver asks, I'm curious as to how you set up your shorts in pre-production. Do you use a script, shot list, storyboard? That's a good question, Willow, and for that I would say I always have a script on hand, no matter what. A script, storyboard, once in a while, but not that often, because I'm either too busy to make one or I just know that I just have my shots planned out in my head. A shot list, not really. I've never used a shot list, but I always use a script. So a script is key. You can't go into a Hollywood studio and say, hey, let's make a movie, but let's not use a script, because those are too mainstream. We don't need those. No, you always have to have a script no matter what. Even if everything's in your head, you need a script, because you can't just improvise every single thing on set. You need a guideline of where your story is or what the dialogue and the action is and all that kind of stuff. So with most of my shorts, because I'm doing the directing and the cinematography, and even sometimes I'm doing the sound, and I'm like, I have my mics, I do everything almost sometimes on my previous shoots, and I don't have a lot of time to look at the script, let alone look at the script at all. So even if you have it all in your head, the actors and the crew members, they all need a script to know what's going on the day. So if someone says, hey, we're shooting pages 3 through 6 today, then they know to look at those 3 pages and say, hey, Justin, we forgot to get this coverage, or we forgot to get this, or they said their lines wrong, which I wouldn't have known. So everyone just has to have a script on set. If you don't have a script, that's like not having a director, that's like not having a key element to the movie. And if you don't have a script, you don't have a story. If you don't have a story, then what's the point of making a movie? There you go, unless it's Michael Bay. So today with the CJB asked, could you maybe answer, how do you get from making small films, such as me making a film with my brother or sister, to getting a proper group and budget? Okay, so to answer that question, it's honestly just gonna be time, a lot of research, and a lot of time. So just really quick as an example for me, I would say I was making videos completely by myself, like completely by myself. If you guys followed my own clone videos back in the day, I was doing that from 2012, 2011, 2010, and it's 2015 now, and I'm just now being able to make higher quality short films that have some sort of a budget. And that is because I gradually had to get to that point of doing that. So honestly, in terms of getting people to help you out, like if you had your brother or sister, I actually had my brother who helped me on, well, actually my brother and I made one short film together, but aside from that, it's just you need to have either something to show people that'll make them motivated to help you. So if you have friends, whether they're into film or not, I'm sure they'd want to help you out knowing that you're going to make something cool out of it. So if you have cool stuff to show them, like, hey, I've made this before, can you guys help me out? It'll take 10 days all day to film and shoot and everything, but you guys will be helping out a cool project, and I'm sure they'd be willing to help. But if you've never made anything before and you have some awesome friends, I'm sure they'd help, but the motivation would be really low. And so you would really have to offer, you know, food, meals, things like that, compensation maybe. If they're into film, maybe an IMDb credit, things like that. So really it's just either pay a professional crew, which is really expensive, and I'm guessing that might be out of your budget because we're talking thousands and thousands of dollars for that for just one day. Or B, have your friends, whether they're into film or not, help you out. You would just have to show them something that'll get them motivated to do it, or you'd have to, you know, feed them for the day, which get some friends together, and that's all it really is. That's what filmmaking really is. Filmmaking isn't really just, okay, well, we have the money, so we have to pay a crew, or we have to use this equipment. It's just whatever you get, whatever you have your hands on, you have to make the best of it. You know, a lot of good movies out there aren't filmed with the top-of-the-line equipment, like Paranormal Activity, for example. It's just, hey, you have this, you have friends that want to help you, make the most out of it, and you might even make a good movie on the way. So that's my advice for that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. That's all the questions that I have for today. If you have any more questions, feel free to message me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or my email, or leave a comment down below. Please subscribe, like, and all that kind of YouTube stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.